Today on the morning show, we have with us multi-instrumentalist Shri, who also known as Shri only. He's a UK-based musician whose popular music includes classical with a contemporary twist. Over to you, Shine.
Shri, welcome.
Yeah.
So you've been playing a lot of instruments. What you have with you is a unique bass guitar. I believe you've designed it yourself. Tell us about it.
Well, it's something I made for myself. I mean, I have my standard 3 reasons why I made it. One is I just couldn't afford to buy one, you know. Growing up in Bombay in the 90s, 80s and stuff like that, where it was just really expensive to buy a bass. And second was the shape is not just for beauty, it's also to play with the bow, which I don't think I'll manage to do today, but to play the bow, and it sounds like a sarangi, cello and Drupad voice, you know. And third was I just like to make things, so you know, this was one of those things I made, and by fluke it became a great instrument. So
how different is your music from the other genres?
Well, I hope my music it's a vocabulary I've created from all the training I've come up with. I mean, I've played everything from Indian classical, studied tabla, Carnatic classical, to rock, to jazz, to drum and bass and electronic stuff, and I think using all of that, it's just it's about creating a new vocabulary. So I think the vocabulary is unique to myself, as usually it is with most musicians. You know, they have, from their life experiences, they get this sound, whether it's in your way of writing, your way of painting, your way of music. And I think so. It's just. So I don't know what genre I land up in, but you know, there's electronica, there's world, there's this, there's that, all sorts of things, you know, dance.
But do you have a flow chart, or is it that you experiment with your music all the time? Because considering the fact that you don't only play in restricted venues, there are restaurants and there are public places besides auditoriums.
I always go in with a bit of a plan. It's dangerous to go in without a plan, even if the plan is a rough sketch or a drawing or just a line. Like for example, performing now, I could just have a line like this, so I just know, take it up there, drop it down, do something different, take it back up, and so that's enough of a shape for me. And many times they're like rehearsed pieces of music, you know. So it depends on the performance. It's a place like in a club, the audience is expecting something to hit them in the face, so you can't take your time experimenting. A place like NCPA or a sit-down space, you can experiment a bit more, you know.
Shri, there is a term called ShriLektric, which means composing music on the spot. How does it go? What goes into it?
Well, ShriLektric is just a funny term. A friend of mine came up with, my drummer came up with when I showed him the meters in my building, you know, the electricity meters. But whatever. I mean, it's all about using all my experience as a producer, composer, multi-instrumentalist, putting it all together in one space and not trying to sound like a one-man band, you know, the bass drum and all that, but doing it through loopers and various things like that, and bringing in the concepts of organic, electronic computing and all these together, you know, in one space.
Shri, mixing the flute and the guitar and the tabla, I mean, different genres of music. So, what's the challenge here? Which part of the the music you find the most challenging?
I think since the day I started playing music professionally, the challenge has always been only one. It's been to entertain. So I mean, you can play all this, you can do your monkey tricks, but if you don't entertain, then the point is lost, you know. So at the end of the day, it's got to be an entertainment. That people are coming there to see you perform. They're looking for an experience, and that's the whole challenge really all the time.
Well, we're also looking forward to a performance from you, so can we get a small piece from you at this?
Sure, I'll play a bit of bass. Combining different things into one space, you know.
I want to know, you know, this is basically Asian and Indian music, but how receptive are people overseas to this sort of mixing that you really do?
I found people more receptive. I mean, I sort of went to the UK in '94, and at that time, people here generally there was Bollywood, Indian classical, and then rock or blues. And I think this whole concept of mixing up or coming up with your own expression, which was rooted, was not being accepted here, but it was immediately accepted in the UK. Which is the UK, I find, is one of the most open-minded. London, essentially. One of the most open-minded listening crowds, you know. I mean, they have one simple thing: go to a show, see if they like the sound. If they like it, they're loyal for the rest of their life. If they don't like it, they'll never see you again. You know, that's just simple. And it's not about fashion. I mean, I'm not cool enough to be fashion. I'm not, you know, Beyonce or something. Then you have to like it because it's cool. But in this case, it's just, yeah, it's about, and that's what helped me grow and, you know, express myself more and more and more, you know.
And Shri, what are the current projects that you're working on?
Most recently, it's ShriLektric, trying to make it better and better and more entertaining. And I'm sure I'm going to be thrown into different challenges. I'll be playing Sunburn Festival in Goa, which is going to be different. It's just me and a singer.
Okay.
I'll be possibly playing a festival in Nasik at the Sula Winery, which is now going to be with the Nasik Dole band, but with the ShriLektric setup. And so I'm also working on a new Badmash and Shri album. You know, that's in the pipeline. It's 80% done.
You perform with your band?
Yeah, it depends. Like Blue Frog, I performed with a band, with a full band, and so each place is different. You know, they have different sort of setups. And so I'm sort of I'm experimenting with life at the moment.
Okay, Shri, on that note, we'd love to hear your flute.
Oh, brilliant! Yeah. Go for the proper performance.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, just wear this.
Well, that pleasure to have you, Shri, here. You enriched our morning with this amazing music. So on that musical note, it's time to slip into a short break.
Thanks.